So if you haven't figured it out, I'm in E, our trusty key, which means we can do our E minor pentatonics. Eric, what's up? Thanks for joining. It's funny, your name is Nikolaisen, and that's very close to an old friend of mine who I actually met for the first time in like 15 years yesterday. So maybe this is no coincidence, I don't know. Zeket, thank you so much. Davi, what's up, my man? So what I was saying was that I'm playing in the key of E, and I'm relying on pentatonics, but I'm also adding some cool notes in between, and that's what we're gonna speak about today, as well as just the licks in general. Jim Changler, no, I'm Swedish. Okay, ZZ Top. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just kidding. You don't have the exact same name, Eric, but it's close. Toby is back, awesome. Ross, how you doing, man? Ed Sheeran, sorry, don't know any. Okay, so what am I playing here? What am I doing? Why am I doing it? And why does it sound the way it does? So I'm relying on classic blues licks, which I quite easily turn into hard rock licks by turning up the gain. So it's that easy. If you know any type of blues lick, you can turn that into a rock lick by turning up the gain. That's rule number one. It's fairly easy. You're gonna find that a lot of those Hendrix licks, if you turn up the gain and play them over a metal backing track, yeah, they sound metallic all of a sudden. So that's the number one rule. Number two is I use these in combination with other cool stuff. And I'm gonna give you an example of that. So here are just the rock licks. Speed it up a little bit. Now what I do is maybe something like this. Maybe I'll do some legato. Maybe some, I don't know, some Yngwie-inspired picking. But what did all these examples have in common? Well, they ended in a nice place, and those are my hard rock licks, which is the topic of this stream. So hopefully by now you're getting the picture that, yeah, it might be good to learn some of those classic licks just to have somewhere to go. Let's say you have been practicing some technique. Maybe you've been working on, I don't know, maybe some tapping. And you've started playing a little bit fast, but you don't really know what to do with it. How can I make it sound cool, you know? Just because I can play it fast doesn't mean it sounds good. And here, these classic hard rock licks are your answers. So let's see what you guys are saying. So good, thank you so much. Oh, gay, I take that as a compliment. My prostate just came. Those are very interesting comments. Metallica, yeah! I messed up. You like my English accent. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I think it's safe to say I can continue on the topic. Those are great comments, but not necessarily something we need to merge into what I'm speaking about. So let's continue. We have established that a blues lick can easily become a hard rock lick. We've also established that these hard rock licks are amazing as endings for your shred runs. But what if you don't know any shred runs and you don't know any hard rock licks? Well, fear not. You can learn your first simple blues lick, and I'm going to show it to you right now, and it sounds awesome on its own. So whether you want to understand where my fast runs are coming from, or whether you just want to get playing some simple solos, this stuff is good for you. So let's play a little bit more, and I'm gonna break down one of these licks and hopefully choose a fairly simple one so everyone can get started with it. So let's take just a classic blues lick and dissect it. So I want to choose something really simple now, and here's one of the easiest I know. And first let's just look at the notes and then the techniques that make it sound good. So this thing, very simple. I threw in some variations. You can do that once you understand the concept. We're basically just going to be bending the 14th fret on the G string 14th fret. There, I said it twice. So when we bend, we are going to use several fingers, even though our main fretting finger is going to be the ring finger here. Now, a couple of things to notice here. Whenever you can, you should bend downwards in direction, because it's easier to use the leverage point you have here against the guitar neck. Also, regardless of which direction you're bending in, you're always going to bend upwards in pitch. So don't confuse that. Even though the direction might be downwards, you're always going up in pitch. So let's do this. Now I'm bending downwards, and I'm also supporting with 2 more fingers. So we have 3 fingers. Typically they would be on the 14th, the 13th, the 12th fret. Now you can bend like that. Now you're going to notice that sometimes I use this finger not for fretting, but for muting all the other strings. So if you're wondering what weird chord I'm fretting here, it's not a chord. I'm just lightly touching the strings with my index finger, so they can't produce noise. They basically just sound like this, and they won't be ringing out. You don't want this, right? You want big difference. You don't want this. You want... I'm sure you can hear the difference there. So we have the fretting finger on the 14th fret, we have a supporting bending finger on the 13th fret, and we have a dampening, string dampening, noise control finger here, the index finger. We are now ready to play our lick, and because I've given you all the background information to these subtle techniques, you should be able to fairly quickly make it sound good. Not today, but within a few days, I think you can do this if you think about all of these details. So we're gonna bend this note now, and it's up to you how you bend it. It can sound great, you know, you can do lots of different ways you can phrase that. The main thing is just you have 1 note ringing, make it sound cool. And because we are dampening all the strings, we can use more attack with our right hand. And more attack with our right hand means usually better tone. Because when we get aggressive with the strings, they tend to do more pleasant noise, which are then, or sound, which are then taken up by the, amplified by the pickups and the amp. So let's go aggressive here. We're not simply doing, we don't need to, because we have control of the strings. We can do, so I'm doing like that. And even though I'm fretting many strings, because I'm muting, I'm gonna get only 1 string ringing, which is the G string. And you're gonna hear now there's a huge difference in sound. Hey, boyfriend Dazai, how you doing, man? So, we have a very good start here, I think. This stuff is great for whatever you do, whenever you want to squeeze some juice out of the pentatonic scale and play some hard rock licks. So let's write some more. And just to remind you of our goal and what the concept is here, I'm going to do... So here you can hear how that lick sounds in context, right? Pretty cool, right? So it's a great ending for a lot of different runs. But we're not done yet. We also want to play some Nirvana songs. Just kidding. We also want to continue this lick with some more notes. And what we're going to do now is going from that super controlled bend to a pull-off. Captain says I'm faking it. That's not fair. So we're going to do this. We're going to pull off to the 12th fret. That's a good one. I got an automated twanger, and therefore I'm faking it. I've never heard it before. We have to give you some credit for your creativity. So anyhow, we're doing the bend, and then we're pulling off. Okay, so this warrants some further explanation. So first of all, when we are pulling off, it's a downward movement we need to do in order to produce sound. Think of it this way. If you just use your thumb and you wanted to pluck a string, you would do a downward movement, like that, right? It's the same thing when we're pulling off with this finger. We're going to be kind of plucking the string as soon as we're done bending it. So we get, and then we pluck it downwards, and there we have our index finger ringing. So we get, Captain might be jealous, yes, but Captain, you don't need to be jealous, because with this information, you can start rocking as well, and you won't be needing automated twangers. Okay, so we do pull off to the 12th fret, and then we play the 14th fret, okay? That's basically the whole lick. Then we're gonna do variations of this exact lick. This is an FRM 100. It's also called a fireman. It's the Paul Gilbert signature. So, we have our bend, we pull off to the 12th fret, and we play the 14th fret on the D string. Let's try it. Cool. And I dropped my pick for the second time, but this time I caught it. So here we can see how our lick sounds in action. And just to remind you how cool these can be as endings for faster stuff, let's do some shredding. We can do some I definitely support LGBTQ. I support all humans who want to be themselves. That's a very good thing to do. So, here we go. You now have a cool tool at your disposal. You need to practice this a whole lot, and there are various ways you can phrase this bend. You can play it straight like this. You can play more like a groovier, so you know, or whatever, you know. Or you can just do, it's up to you. It's still gonna sound cool, but that rhythm sort of needs to be fitted to whatever you're playing over. So it's a good idea to start practicing this, maybe just without any metronome or anything, just to synchronize your hands and just try to get it down. As soon as you can get some basic flow, start playing this over a rhythm source, a steady pulse. That could be a metronome, it could be a drum machine, it could be a backing track, it could be your slave drummer if you got one. So anything to make you practice this in a musical context. Not until you've done that can you confidently say that you have a new licks in your bag of tricks. Now, when you have it down to the point you can actually play this to a steady pulse, then is the time to actually start using this. And you know, if you know other licks, if you know fast runs, you can start combining it. Now I'm playing some fancy stuff here, but we can do something more basic. Let's say you do, you're just playing a scale downwards. Right, that works as well. You don't have to do that. Can be really nice if played slowly. Okay, so just one lick there, but a lot of possibilities. And that's the kind of next thing I'd like you to take with you from this little mini lesson, is that when you learn one thing, do yourself a favor and don't just treat it as one single lick or something like that, one single technique or anything. As soon as you master it, you should start thinking, what more can I do with this piece of knowledge that I master? Instead of spending another 5 weeks learning a new thing, maybe I can just tweak that thing a little bit and learn a new thing within one day. Because this is the key to mastering the guitar much faster. You gotta be smart about the things you already know. And this is valid for anything. So unless you're a complete beginner, you can start applying this to anything you know right now. If you know 2 chords, well, how can you play those chords differently? How can you use the different strumming patterns? How can you play them on different strings with a different rhythm? Maybe you can move them around. You know, a C chord, you can play it on the 5th fret or the... Oh! Sounds crazy, I know, but you gotta experiment. Okay. You want me to teach you ukulele. Mahi really wants Made of Tears, but I don't know that one. JB, what's up? Nice lesson. Thank you, man. How long have you been playing? Cool question. I've been playing for 30 years, approximately. Free Palestine. I agree. How long have you been playing the guitar? What's the difference between solo and riff? Your name? Oh, your name in Thailand. Guns N' Roses. Ooh, it's been a while. Welcome to the jungle. I can't play ukulele nor violin. This is a cello, and I can't play it. Sorry, mate. Let's see here. So yeah, this is. I think we've accomplished the task now of showing you like a basic blues rock licks and all the doors that it opens up for you. So I think what you need to take away from this lesson, we've covered it pretty extensively by now. Go through the video in the replay, make sure you have all the details down, because the details are what's gonna separate you from the amateurs. If you get the details down, if you can make it sound cool, if you can make it sound groovy, you can avoid all the noise, if you can get that nice pick attack, you will sound like a pro. If you miss any of that, it might just sound like this, right? Or maybe, yeah, you want it. I don't know Polyphia. I know that one. You take a White Stripes song and turn it into Megadeth. Watch him become a bad song. Sorry. Okay, I think we need another backing track now to spice this lovely little session up. My favorite song? Oh, that's the impossible question, man. Maybe some Tool song, I don't know. Yeah. Gibson Explorer. No, this is a Fireman. Looks like an Iceman if you hold it like this. It's not quite the Explorer shape, but it's close, and it's not Gibson, it's an Ibanez. I'm from Stockholm, Sweden, and I don't any Mötley Crüe, sorry. You want me to make a moan sound? There you have it. Is it good? I don't play the violin, it's a cello. Cool live stream, thank you. Seven Nation Army for the second time. That must be a popular song. The sleeve is for keeping me warmed up. It's my wife's leg warmer, which I stole from her when she slept. Just kidding, but I did steal it from her. So, and it's really good for keeping me warmed up. So before these streams, I try to warm up, and during the stream, I might be doing some talking and stuff like that. And while I do so, I cool down. You know, it can be a matter of minutes, and I already feel the difference. So it helps me stay warmed up, and I just prefer it. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Oh, 100 out of 10, man. You're too kind. I messed up. Paranoid. No. I think I forgot about it. That's Led Zeppelin. Paranoid. Finished with my woman. Oh, yeah. With my woman. What's my biggest influences? Bonamossa or Vi? Is that what I can choose from? I would say I'm more influenced by Vi for sure. That's Vi to me all over it. You know, those slides. You don't even need the whammy pedal and stuff like that. I'm just doing a slide with some artificial harmonic or pinch harmonics, and it sounds like Vi. or something he could do, right? Whereas Joe Bonamassa maybe would be a bit more of that, but I've never learned anything from him. I learned more from SRV, right? One of his bigger influences. But my bigger influences, yeah, sure, SRV, Vi, Eric Johnson, Marty Friedman, Alan Holdsworth, Steve Morse, Blue Saraceno, big favorite there. You know, a lot of the Shrapnel artists. I love Yngwie, Tony McAlpine, really good. Greg Howe, love him. You know, lots of other names as well. The list goes on, but the way I did, I never really learned anybody else's style. I think I was, I'd like to say maybe I was too lazy for that, but I don't think I was lazy because I worked hard, but I just didn't, I wasn't inspired enough to do it. I just picked like sections of solos. That's what I did. The exception is probably Marty Friedman, where I did learn a few of his solos, pretty much. I learned maybe a little bit from Blue Saraceno, one or two solos, Eric Johnson, one or two solos. But other than that, it's just licks and parts of songs, and you know. And the downside is that you don't get to play something that impressed people for a very long time. So easily for my first 10 years of playing, no one thought I could play anything cool, and I probably couldn't either. So it would have been more beneficial maybe at that point to just learn 3 songs and then impress people. But I was never interested in doing that. I was interested in building something of my own. So even though I probably couldn't put it words, say that out or think it out loud, what I wanted was working on my own style, build my own style from scratch. So that's what I did with all these artists. That's why I can confidently say that I have so many different influences, because I didn't sit down and learn albums from them. I know some of my fellow instructors on GMC, they've chosen 2 or 3 guitarists and they've learned everything by them. And I never did that, not even close. I guess the closest would be learning many Metallica riffs when I was young, but even then I didn't really bother learning the whole songs or playing with the records. I didn't even realize you could do that. So I just looked at the tab and tried to, play it according to how I memorized the song, and that was often wrong. So by mistake, I was constantly working on my own style, and I still am to this day. And that's why when you ask me for these riffs, I barely know them. I barely knew them back in the days, and I haven't practiced anybody else's riffs for decades. Well, that's why, I need to think and, So that's my little story there. I don't know, my heart will go on. I'm 43 years old, Mark. Thanks for asking. Yeah, Ishan, stop spamming or we're gonna ban you. Hear us out. I don't think your heart will go on. It's gonna stop if I play it. I don't know that track. I can sing it for you. See? Now you're never gonna ask for it again. Sanav, I do have courses. Just search for my name and you're gonna find them. If you Google for my name. And a passion play. Crumbling away. That was Metallica, but it was short. I probably have 15 guitars or something like that. You can see them here. My guitars, you can see some of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and a 14, 15. Yeah, I'd say around 15. Some more broken ones. So it depends on how you count. Too many is a good answer. Or not enough, depending on how you view it, I guess. Oh, it seems I'm gay one more time. Thanks, man. Mark, it's 10:45 in the morning. Cool, Chess. You are gay, and I apparently look gay, so we're two then. Very awesome. I've been learning bass in the same way the past few years. Ever messed around with 4-string? Yeah, I have a bass. There it is. But I'm horribly bad at it. It's just for recording. It's very useful for recording because you get a much better sound than with a fake bass, VST, eyes and stuff like that. But I'm not good at it. Where are you specifically, at what state or country? Specifically in Stockholm, Sweden, Europe. I don't know the song Hare Krishna, sorry. Favorite band? Oh, that's a hard one. I like Tool, I like anything with Maynard. The singer there, Wait Be Perfect Circle or Puscifer. You know, my old influences, Metallica, Nirvana, Guns N' Roses, still love them. Ooh, from Zimbabwe, that's cool. You do Twisted Sister. I love the Come Out and Play album, but I never learned anything of them. I played guitar 10 years ago and gave up. You should pick it up again, man. This is a fireman. Alice in Chains, yeah. Very famous songs, but I never learned anything of them. Washington, cool. Holland, that's awesome. We're closer than Renee. Ireland, that's even closer, man. I'd love to come visit you. I've been to Holland fishing carp for a few days. That was awesome. That was a long time ago, though. Welcome to the jungle. Oh, school song. Is it that one? I don't know. I don't remember. Any pop songs? Pop song? What's a pop song? Like. Gonna dance on the floor and around. Oh, subscribe. Thank you so much. From New Zealand. That's a place I'd love to visit sometime. I'm from Stockholm, Sweden. So that's a cool question, Maggie Bear. What song should you start learning? You're new at the guitar. So there's no simple answer. The good answer, and that's the only good answer, is choose a song that you love but that feels doable. That's the best general answer we can give you. If I got to meet you in person and I could see your playing level and I could hear more about your influences, I could give you a more specific answer. But since none of us here really know those details, we can only say you have to start with music you love. Otherwise, you're going to put the guitar down. Now, if you do that, you're going to find that you're inspired to pick the guitar up on a daily basis, and that is the only way you can truly make progress, by loving what you do when you're practicing. Otherwise, you're just playing what someone else tells you, you're gonna be crap pretty much. So, play the things you love and we're gonna be able to tell. Plus, you're gonna be inspired to pick the guitar up more often. And if you pick it up more often, you're gonna be practicing more often. If you practice more often, you're gonna get better quicker. If you're gonna get better quicker, well, you're gonna be amazing quicker as well. So just keep on going, man. Mr. Big, I don't know any. Oh, I should, yeah, because it's a Paul Gilbert guitar, but I don't. Do you jam? Of course I jam, all the time. So Dizeli, I've been live streaming every morning for a week now here, and I plan to continue for as long as you guys like it, and you guys seem to like it, and that makes me really happy. Okay, where is Bellingham? What country? Sounds British or something. I don't I don't listen to Yes. Oh, Seattle. Okay, it's in the US. String gauge 0946. Washington. Okay, gotcha. Don't forget to press like. Thank you so much. Makes me happy. Okay, Malmsteen, Ingve, let's try it. Pretty crazy, but I love it. Cool, so we have a lot of action here. Thanks so much, guys, for being around and for supporting me, for encouraging people to like the stream. Warms my heart, man. Megadeth. Oh, this one. I haven't played that one in a while. It's a pretty nice track, I think. No. The more of you that I expect, the more I see reflect. Wouldn't it be cool with a double strike there? So, the more of you that I expect. That would be nice. Could do an alternative song. The double strike. I don't know. I'm not American. I'm Swedish. Can you learn the same tricks on the electric guitar and the same in acoustic? Good question. So basically, do you need an electric to get started? And is it okay to practice the acoustic before you even can afford or have the opportunity to get an electric? And the answer is a big ringing yes, of course you can. Most techniques convert to the acoustic, and it's a million times better to play an acoustic than to not play at all. And especially in the beginning, we tend to learn chords and strumming and rhythm, and that stuff is going to convert perfectly to electric. So just play. I mean, even the solo stuff works. There are a few exceptions, like, those screams, and can't really do that on the acoustic, but except for that, it's all good. From whom the bell tolls? Oh. No. I don't remember. Did. Something like that, right? Make us fire on the hill in the early cause the chill deep inside. Man, it's been 15 years. There are electric acoustics, so true, so true. Oh, new subscriber, thank you so much, Maggie Weir. Acoustics can be expensive too, for sure. That's probably called a nylon string, right? To me, it's an acoustic because it has a, it gets its sound from acoustics. But yeah, nylon strings are usually cheap, like classical guitars. An acoustic can be very expensive, like a steel string. That's true. What a global audience. True. It's always a fantastic mix in these sessions. You have, it's been 15 years probably since I did my first live stream. Not here, but, I actually had my own platform on the GMC website. It's called 123 Flash Chat. Doesn't exist anymore. But just to say that after 15 years, I'm still amazed by the fact that, the interwebs allow us to connect even though we're totally separated in the world. Yet we can be here, we can chat, we can jam, we can learn stuff together. If that's not crazy, then I don't know what is. So a lot of good stuff comes from the internet after all. We have to We have to admit it. Including some cool backing tracks, which I have here bookmarked. So let's see. Oh, Ingveisms. I'm gonna try that. I think this is a crazy shred backing track. No one asked for it, and I could barely play, so I think I'm gonna stop. But it's fun. Ronnie Morning Coffee, awesome. I could play some Arctic Monkeys. Sorry, I don't know them. Squire Stratocaster, yes, for sure. Can you bring a little bit of melody? Haha, Mark, do I have a job or do I play guitars? My job is to play guitar and to teach people. So I've been doing that for a very long time. I did it for like 15 years via the GMC website. Now I teach both privately via Zoom, and I also have courses and stuff like that you can find. And I'm just present on the internet and try to make a living of it, which can be hard, but it's very rewarding, especially when I get to sit with you guys and just jam away like this and talk for hours. That's so amazing. You know, I move between platforms. It's new that my YouTube channel has been resting for quite some time, but I've started using it more recently. So you can find a lot of shorts from me here. But typically I have more, followers on Facebook and on Instagram, on TikTok. But it seems it might be about to change. I love how these live streams are coming along and so many people tuning in. That's awesome. Couldn't be happier about it. Tom, thank you. You staying up late or did you get up early? I'm in Stockholm, Sweden, so this is a pretty normal day. I've been sleep. Well, it's Saturday, so I slept I think 1 hour longer than usual, but pretty much normal morning or lunch soon here. Jason Becker, ooh, some sweeping. I think Jason Becker did that a whole lot better, so might want to check him out. Swedish meatballs might be good, yeah. Depending on which ones you're eating. Retired Army, I don't sleep normal. I can imagine, man, I can imagine, or maybe I can't imagine, but I hear what you're saying. I'm very happy to not having to serve in a war. I can imagine that totally screws up your brain and sleeping ability, but since you're writing in English, I'm assuming that you've been fighting for democracy and liberty, and very happy about that. Swedish woman can be beautiful for sure. Your son live in Germany and learn a guitar by ourselves. Cool. That's how I learned as well. I'm pretty much self-taught. I took 1 year of private lessons with a really cool guy named Christian Niemann, Swedish guitarist. But other than that, I'm self-taught. There are, cons and pros for sure, but for me, I think the pros, they definitely overweighed because that's the only way I would have been able to continue. So if I had done it any other way, I think I might not have been interested in. But when you learn on your own, it becomes your thing. And for me, that's very important. I've always wanted to do my thing. I've never been very fascinated by, the limitations of society and the expectations of society. I always wanted to do my thing and not follow, the general frames of society where you do your 9-to-5 thing. I always hated that. So for me, it made a lot of sense to do my own thing, learn to play my own way, and then through my playing, try to make a living my own way. And that just makes a lot of sense. I do read music very poorly because I never do it these days. But if I had a gun against my head, I guess I could do some more reading. But I've done a little bit, a few concerts back in the day, and I've gone to a few gigs. But I haven't that much actually. Probably do. I would love to get playing with more people, or with people, not machines. So that's actually a bit of a longer term goal for me. I think what I'm doing now is my first step to get back to writing more stuff. That's why I produced a lot of etudes recently, which you can find, just with my courses. I also have etudes. But I would like to, as I get more comfortable with writing, I've written a lot of songs back in the days, but as I get more into that, I would like to get more into jamming and playing with other people as well. That would make me very happy. John Mayer, I don't know any, but some bluesy licks. Oh, Marshall Harrison, that's his. Like a Swibert, yeah. He's very comfortable with that legato stuff, right? And he mixes sweeping with hybrid picking. If your girlfriend dumped me because you're not good at playing guitar, then you should be happy about her leaving you. She wasn't with you for your personality anyway, so just screw her, or not literally, but yeah, you get it. Electric bass, I love it, but I'm crap at it. I use it though. Luke Starling is about to fall asleep. How the heck are we gonna wake him up? Luke, we're playing guitar here. You gotta wake up. Maybe we can find another backing track. That one I think got a copyright thing, so I'm just gonna leave it out. I don't know why. Let's do some other one. Maybe this one. Stay awake. It's important for the stream. I don't remember the key, Luke. But if you're awake, you could help us out. What's the key, damn it? Oh yeah, it's... Oh yeah. Luke, see, this wouldn't have happened if you were awake. And it was too boring, Luke. We have to try... Oh, this one I think is fun. So D major or B minor, however you want to look at it. Luke, stay with us now. If you're awake, we can teach you all this stuff. It's a lot of fun. So did we wake him up, Luke, or is he still sleeping? Thank you, Shark Zoo. Sweet Child of Mine, I don't know. This guitar is an FRM 100 Ibanez. Favorite bands. Too many right now to mention. My brain is slowing down. So I think I'm gonna show you. Someone asked about my cheapest and most expensive guitars. I can show you that, and then we're gonna have to call it a day, I think. So my cheapest would probably be this one. It's a Spirit GT Pro, you can still find them. It's a lovely guitar. I've done a deep scallop of it myself. And I swapped the pickups and added the push-pull and done a lot of fun with it. But I think the price is probably still around $400 new. That's what I bought it for approximately like 20 years ago. So it's I have a lot of affection to this guitar. I don't know, most expensive. I think it's something fell. What was that? So I think most expensive is probably this one. It's a Parker Nightfly. So it's not insane, but I think new this was probably around, I don't know, maybe $2,000 back in the day. It's, you know, it's stainless steel, graphite fretboard. Lots of innovations. It's not like one of those super thin flies, but it's has a very special tremolo, and it has a piezo pickups. One of them is broken, I think, now, but very different and special guitar. I love it for its playability. It's all maple, and I'm struggling a little bit with the sound, to be honest, but I just can't get rid of this one. A lot of people know me with this guitar from the early days of the internet. I don't know if anybody of you recognize it. This was from back in the day when I was doing ultimate guitar stuff, and there was no YouTube and stuff like that. I used this guitar, so a lot of people remember it. Yeah, cool, JB. So yeah, that's probably my most expensive, and most of my guitars are kind of in the middle, I would say, and they're around, you know, $1,000 new, give or take a few $100. That's where I think the sweet spot is, because you can get a really nice instrument, you can tweak it a little bit more, and you're gonna get like an amazing instrument. I think I'm about to drop my pants. I didn't want to show you that, but I had to show it to you now. So you can see, I'm on the wrong side of 40 and my pants are falling down. Who would have thought? I don't know any Pearl Jam, sorry. Oh, the guitar course from GMC. Oh, so you remember that? That's awesome. Where I played the Parker guitar? So let's see here. Les Paul. No, I have a. Where is it? Oh, it's the red one here. That's a Les Paul Jr. LPG. So if you find, I think yesterday's stream or the day before, I actually played it. So you can go back and find the replays for all these streams. They're available to you, and I've tried to get better at categorizing them and give them more descriptive topic names. And also, I've been struggling a little bit of sound. I don't know why I randomly get some interference when doing these streams. I hope today's was better. I'm going to listen back to it. I used an external microphone, so hopefully that made it better. I don't know. We'll see. But I do want to thank you for sticking around. This was a very cool session, and you guys, trust me, you're the best. These sessions are cooler than I've ever done these live streams, and it's all thanks to you. So please keep being awesome. You are amazing, and I'm Kristofer Dahl. Thank you so much for being around. I'll see you tomorrow morning, or European morning, that is. Have a good one. See ya. Cheers. Awesome. So sound is better. That's good. Thank you so much. See ya. Cheers.